Welcome back to Dora Speedway. We are back here with the Outcast League, the Outcast Dirt League, excuse me, running the 358s, the big blocks, and you are riding along with currently the fastest car on the track, James Johnson. Got just a couple of minutes left in the practice session, so let's go over a couple things again. We are at Dora in Ohio, the Big E, half-mile dirt with 24-degree bankings and 8-degree bank straights, and it is owned by Tony Smoke Stewart. Again, interesting fact is the Gander trucks ran here from 2013 to 2019. Back in my day, they were the Craftsman Truck Series, but the NASCAR trucks, and now there is rumor it won't happen in 2021, but it might happen in a year or two after that the Cup Series may come here, as the Cup cars are going to Bristol Dirt this year, so we might actually get to see Cup cars on dirt. And there'd be no better track to do that at than here at Dora. Since it is owned by Tony Stewart, you know he would do his absolute best to make sure that could happen and happen the right way. And it would be one of the most exciting races you would ever see. I actually tested a Cup car here recently for a fun race. It did not work out well, but it was exciting. So as we finish up the practice right now, James Johnson is currently fastest. Michael Whiting in the 44, he had a charge midway through that race, got all the way to the front and then fell back. He is currently second fastest. And we heard Chris Standridge tell us that he expects to be moving to the front. And our winner, Danny Chandler, and the 305 winner earlier, said he did not expect to be up front. He's not very good in these cars. He said that. He is currently fifth fastest in practice, only a tenth of a second behind James Johnson. And of course, Chris Standridge is currently scored in 16th, but don't expect him to stay back there long. He is, as you heard in the interview while we were between races, he said that this is the car he likes the most. It feels the most like his real dirt car, so I expect to see him come charging to the front. Patrick Colucci had some fans in the 305 race. He is currently scored 8th fastest. Just under 0.2 of a second slower, so he's got a good chance as well. New name on the track this time by will be the number 91 of Tom Land. Of course, if you've tuned in for the Wednesday night Radical SR8 races, you know that name. And they are done with practice, and we will try and tune in and see if we can watch James qualify. Seeing if we can get him pulled up for qualifying here. Currently can't, but looks like we might be able to get the 44 pulled up. There he is. I expect to see that car at the front, at least early on. Now the track, let's talk about this race. They've got their 2 qualifying laps. They will break off into about 4 heats. Each heat is 8 laps. They will have, and 4 from each heat will advance. They will have a 10-lap consolation where a couple more advance, and a 40-lap feature. Before the 40-lap feature, they will have a 2-minute warm-up. Between every heat, after the warm-up and at the beginning of the feature, the track will be reset to a zero usage state. So they will have a fresh track for the 40-lap feature. That will make for some exciting racing, especially in the feature. It didn't really come into play, the track slicking off during the heat races, but it definitely came into play when they got into the feature race, as we saw a couple of guys go backwards and a couple guys go forwards, and currently first on the board was that 44 car of Michael Whiting. Qualifying as it stands right now, they're almost complete. Looks like almost all 21 have all of them have qualified. It looks like we've got about 23 cars out there. 21 have qualified, so we'll go through that order real quick so you'll know which names to look for tonight. Michael Whiting and Tom Land were the two fastest, followed by James Johnson, Wayne Bridges, Ryan Nesbitt rounds out your top 5, Danny Chandler, Patrick Colucci, and new name Todd Schott, Dwayne Kenner, and Derek Nearhood round out your top 10, followed by Drew Warren. There's Chris Standridge. He is the league owner. Back there in 12th, Steve Lindow, Corey Goodall, Derek Turner, Brett Carroll, James Collins, Lance Sponberg, Jim Cook, Mike Bowman, and Doug Norton. It does not look like Thanos will be in this race, though. So we'll miss out on seeing Thanos this time by, but I'm sure Gerald Poole will be watching. And as qualifying comes to an end, we should see the first heat race momentarily. We'll see as the cars start to line up on pit road. There is the 44, Michael Whiting, and they are the top 4 cars in each heat are being inverted. And these will be 8-car heats, unlike the 305s, which were 6-car heats. So this will be a little bit different and a little bit more exciting. And as they start to take to the track, looks like the number 92 is up there. And again, this is the first time we are broadcasting this particular group of Outcasts. They've got several different divisions, but this is the first time we've had the dirt division, so I can promise you by next week we'll watch the replay and we will know everybody's names and cars. So hopefully they don't change paints this week, but we'll at least get the numbers and the names right. And we'll get to watch some more exciting racing next week. Working on quickly pulling up the schedule, and I can tell you where next week will be. Should see the pace car duck off. The number 40 will lead them down. Green flag is in the air. Derek Nearhood takes the lead early. He is down there low on the inside. We won't have time during the heats to do it, but I can promise you at some point during the feature, we are going to do a ride along with one of these guys in these cars. The trick with the ride along with them is that they'll have mud all over. Currently Patrick Colucci is moving into the lead. Number 99, Patrick Colucci, just jumped to the lead down to the inside. The 40's looking to the outside. He gets a little bit wider than I think he meant to. That's going to give the 44 of Michael Whiting a chance to move up. Wayne Bridges is back there in 4th. Brett Carroll in 5th. Stephen Lindow is in 6th. Jim Cook 7th. And Greg Brazou 8th. But we saw Greg Brazou in the previous race. We are under caution for the first time on lap 4. We'll see if we can quickly look and see what happened. And focus in on that 999, that is Brett Carroll. Looks like he got in just a little too deep, tried to avoid hitting the 14 and got around, but good job on him for keeping it out of his competitor's side and keeping from spinning him. And 3 laps to go. They will have green-white checkers available, both in the heats and in the feature. Currently, that is the number 99, Patrick Colucci, is in the lead. He's got the number 40 of Derek Nearhood on the outside. Michael Whiting, Wayne Bridges are your top four. Stephen Lindau, Jim Cook, Greg Brazou, and Brett Carroll are all racing for that fourth position to advance. Again, if they don't make the top four, they will go on to the consolation race and try and race their way into the feature. Based on the numbers, I think everybody will make the feature tonight, but we'll have to wait and see. And pace car will be ducking off here in just a moment. Patrick Colucci holds him up, and green flag is in the air. He takes off. The number 40 shoots to the outside. The 44 of Michael Whiting is right there. Number 40 gets a good run off the outside. He moves into first place. That is Derek Nearhood, and we are under caution again. Let's see if we can see what happened. Looks like the 9 was in the wall and just bounced off, got into the 99, and trying to save it, ended up in the wall himself. But both the 9 and the 99 are still out on the track. We are at lap 40. 3 laps to go. We will have a green-white checkered finish. As they come around, we should be getting the 1 to go signal when they pass the stands. Yes, we do. Flagman's arm straight up, not waving. They do have a bit of a time limit for the heats, but I don't think we're going to reach that point. Currently, Derek Nearhood on the inside, the 99 of Patrick Colucci on the outside. We'll see if he learned something from Derek's restart. See if he can get his first place back on the outside there. Green flag is in the air. The 40 gets a little bit of a run, but looks like Patrick didn't get quite the momentum. He's liking that middle line, but he is starting to come back there on the outside. And the 44 is right behind him, waiting to capitalize on a mistake. But back there, it looks like the 92, as Patrick Colucci moves into the lead, the 92 and the 14 are charging forward. That's the 14 of Steve Lindau. He is working for that fourth position, trying to get into the feature. And we've got a battle for third, fourth, and fifth right here. Patrick Colucci's loving this battle behind him. Oh, looks like they're just about bumped. They tried to save it, and we come to the end. And it looks like Patrick Colucci won the heat. Derek Nearhood finished in second. As we see the second heat getting lined up and ready to go. They will come out, get their pace laps going, and Another 8-lap heat with these guys. Remember, these 358 big blocks, they are new to iRacing this season. They've only been out for about 3 weeks now. I'm sure all these guys put in a lot of practice for this race this week, but some of the older ones, like the 305s, they have a lot more experience with. Although a lot of guys say these are really easy to drive, really easy to handle. So I imagine we'll be seeing a lot more of them throughout iRacing as they become more and more popular. Maybe someday yours truly will learn to drive one. And we're under green. Drew Warren takes the green flag. Todd is on the outside. Ryan Nesbitt back there in third. Tom Land in fourth. I don't expect Tom Land to be back there long. He is a fierce competitor as he goes up the middle. 3 wide coming out of turn 4 on the first lap. And there goes Tom to the inside. And he is already charging to the front. And gets a little squirrely. Loses a position. The number 10 gets into him. I believe that was the number 10. Tom Land has slipped back to 8th place. And we are under caution. As Todd disappeared on us there for a minute. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. Looks like Tom Land was up in the wall just a little bit coming down the straightaway. The 114 came down off the wall. The 91 was there, and they just couldn't avoid each other as we reach halfway under caution. And we are back live. It looks like the 426 Todd Schott is currently still leading. He's got Corey Goodall in the 333 right behind him. Drew Warren back there in third. Ryan Nesbitt in fourth. Jamie Calkins fifth. Leo is in sixth. Tom Land is seventh. And Mike Bowman back there in 8th place. And keep in mind, folks, we are only in our second heat. We've still got 2 more heats to go and a consolation race and a feature. This will get more exciting. We'll see some more beating and banging. And as you heard Chris Stanbridge say, between the races, these guys have improved dramatically over the last couple of months. So the racing is getting better. All these drivers are getting better. And a lot of that is down to the more experienced drivers do take the time in this league, in the Outcast Dirt League, to help the newer racers. Green flag is out. 2 to go. And Corey Goodall is in the air, flipping around. And we are under caution once again. Let's see if we can see what happened. And it looks like the 333 had a great run to the outside. The 42 just drifted up just a hair, hit him just right, and he got bounced around like a pinball. And here comes the 426. That is Todd Schott. Ryan Nesbitt moves up into second. Drew Warren is third. Tom Land is fourth. Jamie Calkins is 5th. Leo is in 6th, and Corey Goodall is 7th. Looks like Mike Bowman is on pit road currently. There is the number 4 car. That is Jamie Calkins. And the 114 right behind him, that is Leo in that yellow. As we get the 1 to green, it is Todd Schott that is leading this field around. We'll see if he can hold on to it or if Ryan Nesbitt can get back around him as they come down. The green flag is in the air. Todd gets a good jump. That is Ryan Nesbitt there on the inside. Scoring is showing him as the 74, but his car is obviously saying the number 10. He is down low to the inside. He is giving it all he's got for a run, but it looks like he got a little bound up. The 91 of Tom Land, he had problems early on, was involved in the first caution. Final lap, Tom Land is going for it. But it will be Todd Schott as they cross the line. Ryan Nesbitt finishes 2nd, Tom Land 3rd, Drew Warren finishes 4th. And we will move on to the 3rd heat. The 8 cars lined up for the 3rd heat. And it looks like, excuse me, the 22, that is Chris Standridge is going to lead them down. And it looks like the pace car was having a little difficulty getting off pit road. Chris is stopping there on the inside. Looks like he gave himself an EOL. Have to ask him about that after the race. But that puts the 32 up to the front. As they get the 1 to green. And here they come. We'll see the pace car drop off momentarily. And it looks like the 113 is going to lead them down. That is Danny Chandler, the winner of the 305 feature. And he said he was going to struggle in these things, but he's already up there holding on to his lead from the 32 of Dwayne Kenner. Looks like he gets a little bit loose off. Dwayne Kenner jumps to the lead. James Johnson back there in the 39. He's in the 3rd, but moving up into 2nd spot. Danny Chandler loses another spot, and the 23 of Derek Turner, he's back there looking to finish in 4th and trying to get that position away. But the 22 of Chris Standridge just drifts underneath that battle and moves up into 4th. As they come around, they are halfway done. And the front two, James Johnson, Dwayne Kenner have ran away. Chris Standridge moves up into 3rd. Danny Chandler holds on to 4th currently, but the 23 is charging. Derek Turner's charging. Oh! Looks like that was the 52 of Douglas Norton in the wall. Caution is out. Looked like he might have just got in a little hot, drifted up, hit the wall. Yep, and drove down the fence line. Managed to keep it out away from his competitors. We saw that quite a few times in the 305s where these guys managed to keep their cars away from their competitors even when they had incidents, and you got to give them some appreciation for that. That is some great sportsmanship when you see these guys intentionally working to not wreck their opponents. But it is still the number 32, Dwayne Kenner, at the front, James Johnson in second, and the 22, Chris Standridge, has worked his way back up to third after starting all the way in the back. One lap to green. We'll see the pace car duck off coming out of turn 4. Now remember, they do have 3 attempts for a green-white checkered, so hopefully we won't need them, but if we do, they are there. Pace truck ducks in, green flag is flying, and the 32, Dwayne Kenner, takes off James Johnson to the outside, the 113, Danny Chandler. Oh! Had one in the wall back there, and caution is out again. Looks like we will be using one of those green-white checkers. Let's see if we can see what happened here. It looks like the 18 dove in on the 113, and the 113 didn't know he was there, just drifted up and got into the wall. And that will bring us to a green-white checkered situation. That is the number 18 of Lance Sponberg that was up in the wall. That's still up at the front. That is the 32, Dwayne Kenner. James Johnson still there to the outside. The 22, Chris Standridge, excuse me. Gotten his name right all night and right up until then. And again, he started in the very back. He started back in 7th and has worked his way up. We did hear when we talked to him between the races earlier, he said that he absolutely enjoys running from the from the back to the front. However, he did say it was easier when a lot of these guys were rookies, but apparently he's worked with them a little too much and taught them a little too good, because they are all getting substantially better, and he's having a difficult time with some of these guys. They're all getting better, but more importantly with this group is that they all get along and have fun, and they are a great bunch of guys to race with. Green flag is out. 32 jumps out into a lead, but the 22 is right there, and the 39 is trying to sneak around the outside. And it looks like he might pull it off. That's James Johnson in the 39 to the outside. 22, Chris Standridge can't get to him because the 23 is charging again. That is Derek Turner. And of course the 113 of Chandler is still back there. Final lap, and looks like we had a couple of incidents back there, and it looks like it's going to be James Johnson at the line. Dwayne Kenner is going to come in second. Derek Turner will finish third. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like some of those guys might have been out after the late race incident. So it looks like scoring is saying Dwayne Kenner, Lance Sponberg, Derek Turner, and Chris Standridge are your top 5. So we will move on to the consolation feature. And they are lining up for that. It looks like we're going to have about 11 cars on track. Now 20 cars will go into the, I believe it was 20 cars go into the feature. So most of these guys, I believe there's only 21 during practice. So they should all, but maybe 1 or 2 make it in. So this will be more about where their positions are going to be on the grid. And there's the 999, the 22, the 92. All three cars we've seen be extremely fast tonight in both the 305s and in these 358 big blocks. And if you want for the feature, drop your favorite driver's name in. We'll make sure to try and focus in on them as much as possible. Drop their name in the chat, and if you have a moment, go take a look at the Twitch, the Facebook, and the YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, follow. That just helps all these guys get some more visibility and helps them grow, helps us grow, and we really appreciate it. And the pace car ducks off. The 92 is going to lead them down. Chris Standridge, we saw him make a move to the inside earlier, and we have got a 3-4 car battle for the lead already. It's like the 4 car was scored as the leader that time by. That is Jamie Calkins out there in front. Wayne Bridges right behind him. Brett, and we've got a caution. Looks like there was a spin back there. Let's see if we can. Look like it happened just in front of these guys, and the 333 and the 114 just got caught in it. Looked like the 9 car got a little too loose going into the turn. And the 9 car is going to pit road. Nine car got his fast repair rather quickly and got back out on the track, but it is still the 4 car of Jamie Calkins in the lead, Wayne Bridges second, Brett Carroll in third, Douglas Norton in fourth, Greg Brazou in fifth. Chris Standridge has fallen back a little bit. He's back in sixth. Leo in 7th, Mike Bowman 8th, Jim Cook 9th, Danny Chandler has slipped back to 10th after a great qualifying run and start to the race. And Corey Goodall is in 11th. Pace truck is off. The 4 car, the pink and black car, the 4 is right there leading them down, but the 92 gets a huge jump. Wayne Bridges to the outside. And they are 3 and 4 wide going through the turn. And Danny Chandler is charging back to the front in the 113. He had quite a bit of momentum coming through that last turn. Had to check up a bit. But here, look at him weave through the traffic. I think they were 5 wide for a second. He is down there inside. Gets into the 12 just a little bit. Makes it pass clean. No accident. No caution. And he is going to try and run down the 22 of Chris Standridge. And we've got a big wreck up here in turn 1. Looks like the 9 car might be involved again. He gets into the 333, and then we've got another wreck. Looks like the 52 and the 4. Let's see if we can see what happened there. Looks like both guys were pushing really hard, and the 22 was right up there. They pushed a little too hard, tried to get a little too high, and grabbed some wall. And we are back live. Looks like Wayne Bridges in the 92 assumed the lead from all that. And Brett Carroll in the 999 holds on to second. Chris Standridge is in third. Jamie Calkins in the 4 slips back to fourth. Douglas Norton slipped back to fifth. They were both charging forward. Danny Chandler is sixth, and it looks like these guys are actually currently in their qualifying positions. Or they're starting in the same place they started the race. So this will be a little bit interesting after about 11 laps out here. Some of these cars are really beat up and banged up. Only one of them, the 9, has gone in for a fast repair though. And the 92, Wayne will lead them down. Green flag is in the air. He gets a good run into one. Chris Standridge just gives the 999 a little bump. 113, that is Danny Chandler. Said he struggles in these cars. It doesn't look like he's struggling much right now, because here he comes. And it looks like the 9 is in a... Looks like the 9 got into a little bit of trouble back there. Last lap, the 92, Wayne Bridges is going to win. The Chris Standridge finishes second. Danny Chandler, unexpected to him for sure, he finishes third. Brett Carroll, Greg Brazou finishes fifth. Mike Bowman is sixth. Douglas Norton is seventh. Jamie Calkins eighth. Jim Cook ninth. And Leo comes in 10th place. And shout out to Richie West in the chat. Good evening, Richie. And we will watch the 2-minute warm-up. And take a quick breather. That last one was a bit exciting, and I'm out of breath. Give me just a moment. Alrighty, caught my breath, got some more water. We are ready for the feature. Just 45 seconds left to go in the practice. And while we have a moment, let's give our shout out to the league sponsors for the Outcast Dirt League is MotoWear International. Go check them out. And B-Make Designs, they design logos and do other graphic design work. So huge shout out to those guys as well. Big shout out to all of you who've tuned in tonight. This has been some great racing, been a lot of fun to watch. As we watch a little bit of an incident there. Let's see if we can see. This is practice, they're having a lot of fun. And trying different lines and new fun and exciting things. Looks like the 52 was trying to drive on the wall, on the fence. And we will watch them line up and get ready to go. Alright, looks like the starting order. for this 40-lap feature is going to be Patrick Colucci up front. Let's get his fan section cheering in the chat. Patrick Colucci will be up front in the 99. Todd Schott starts second. James Johnson third. Derek Nearhood is fourth, and we saw him be extremely good tonight as they set off the fireworks. Ryan Nesbitt fifth. Dwayne Kenner is sixth. Michael Whiting seventh in that 44. Look for him to charge forward, as well as the 91 of Tom Land. Lance Sponberg is in ninth, and Stephen Lindau is 10th. Drew Warren, Derek Turner, Wayne Bridges, Chris Standridge, and Danny Chandler round out the top 15. Brett Carroll, Greg Brazu, Douglas Norton, Jamie Calkins, and Mike Bowman round out your 20-car feature field. There is your leader. He will bring him down. That is the 99 of Patrick Colucci. I know we had some of his family in here cheering. Let's get that cheering on, and we'll see. We've got quite a few guys further back, like Chris Stanbridge, the 44 of Michael Whiting, the 91 of Tom Land. We expect to see those guys come forward. Expect to see Danny Chandler come forward as well. He was coming forward pretty quickly in the heat races. Remember, this is a zero state, so they will work the track in as the night goes on. Green flag is in the air, and they are off, and the 426 Todd shot like a bullet. He went into turn one and is pushing right up there by the wall. Takes the lead, but we are under caution. All right, there's the 22 of Chris Standridge. The 23 is with him. Looks like they get together, and looks like there were several cars that got together right there. Looks like the 32 got turned around as well. Quite a few cars involved in that accident. Almost the entire back half of the field. They do have unlimited fast repairs for tonight, and they're going to need at least one right now. Some of these guys will have to come in for a repair. Some of them will not. But the 99, Patrick Colucci, as we get the 1 to green, he managed to hold off the hard-charging Todd Schott. He came shot out of the cannon, it looked like, but the 99 managed to hold him off so far. And pace car is in. Patrick will lead him down. He gets a big jump going into turn one, but there is James Johnson to the inside. 99 manages to get down and hold his position. They are bunched up like crazy behind him. You can see this big field and how bunched up they got. Looks like we've got an accident in the back of the field. Caution is out. Something we're probably going to see a bit of. These guys get pushing really hard coming off the turn, get up on the wall, and just run down it. Fortunately, the 91 to Tom Land managed to not collect anybody. He'll get back out there very quickly. And Patrick Colucci in the 99 still managing to hold the lead. as we watch them pace around once again. Do want to say they do start each and every heat, and both features, they start in the zero state, means that the track is as it would be, brand new track, no slick spots in it, but these cars will, as we get the 1 to green, especially with the extra pace laps, they are going to wear that track in pretty quickly. And with 20 cars on the track, it will not take long, especially the way things are going right now. Pace car is off. What do you say we go for a ride with the leader? And we are in Patrick Colucci's car as we go through 1 and 2. Keep in mind, this is a 17-second lap around this half-mile track. As they come up out of the turn, it looks like Todd Schott is currently being scored in the lead. But I would imagine Patrick's not going to let that stand for very long. Currently, there are 2 cars really moving forward. We got the 23, that is Derek Turner, and the 22, Chris Standridge, and we are under caution. The 23 of Derek Turner started in 12th, is already up to 5th. And looks like the 113 there, Danny Chandler, just got in there deep. The 52 got slowed up. Everybody checked up just a little bit, and the 113 just could not avoid it. And let's take a quick look here. As I said, the 23 of Derek Turner started in 12th. He is up to 5th. Chris Standridge started in 14th. He's up to 7th. The biggest mover so far, however, is that man right there, the number 12. We'll have to keep a close eye on him. Greg Brazeau started in 17th. He is up to 10th. And I stand corrected. The biggest mover is right behind him. Mike Bowman started in 20th. 20th is already up to 11th. So we've got some hard charging guys back here. Doug Norton in that 52, despite being caught in that last incident, he's up to 12th, started 18th. These guys at the front, they do not want to see more cautions. They need the chance to get away. As we get the 1 lap to green, Todd Schott leading him down. They definitely don't want to see a bunch more cautions bunching it up. They want a chance to run away from these guys. But the way some of these guys are running, I don't expect that even if these 2 run away at the front, I don't expect they're going to be able to stay alone for long. Lap 7 restart. Oh, we've got some beating and banging coming through. It's like the 99 and the 92 beating and banging, and the 40 of Derek Neerhood just takes advantage, sneaks underneath. And it looks like the 23 is about to do the same. Derek Turner, he's all the way up to 12th or 4th, excuse me. And I don't think he's going to stay there for very long. We are under caution yet again. The 23 is now being shown, I believe, in 4th place after that restart. Already picked up a couple of positions. Looks like the 92 and the 12 got together, and they all just got together, reminiscent of the early caution, lap 1 caution, excuse me. And through all of that, the number 40 continues to lead after sneaking past the 99 of Patrick Colucci and the 426 of Todd Schott. He managed to slip underneath as we get 1 to green. Sorry about that, Jacob. I realized that a little too late. We'll see if Derek Nearhood can run away with this. He was running away with him in the 305s. We'll see if he can do it again here. But that 23 there on the outside, that is Derek Turner. He is charged up from 12th, and Chris Standridge in the 22. He is back there in 6th place, up from 4th. And we are under caution yet again. Looks like the 44 and the 12, you see, got together there and slowed up the 52 and I believe that's the 4 of Jamie Calkins. They just could not avoid each other. Like everybody was trying to check up for the initial wreck. Got quite a few cars on pit road getting their faster pairs. And the 40 managed to maintain the lead. They didn't get very far into that lap. No, it looks like when they came around, the 99 of Patrick Colucci managed to sneak a nose in front at the scoring line. So he is back in the lead. Hey, thanks for the encouragement there, Jacob. This is actually one of the first times I've called a dirt race, so really appreciate the feedback. And as they come through 3 and 4, the pace truck is going to dive to the inside, duck down on pit road, and we will see if Patrick can hold off Derek this time. But that 23 is still lurking back there. And look who it is down on the bottom. It's the 22 of Chris Standridge. And we are 3 wide on the back straightaway. Almost 4 wide. Everybody's jockeying for position. The 22 manages to just slip by several people. Looks like we are under caution again on lap 12. Looks like the 35 just got a little too loose and collected the 113 and the 92 and maybe 1 or 2 others. I can tell you one thing is for certain, folks, their crew chiefs, pit crews, and mechanics not going to be happy when they get back to the race shop tonight. .22 Chris Standridge is currently scored in 3rd. He managed to get up there. The 23 of Derek Thomas slipped back a couple positions. He's back to 5th. Todd Schott is in 4th. We've got Michael Whiting in the 44. He is currently being shown in 6th. James Johnson is 7th. Douglas Norton is 8th. Mike Bowman's 9th. Steve Lindau is in 10th. Drew Warren is currently on pit road. And we have 1 to green. The biggest mover, though, we've been looking at the 20. It's got to be these low 20 numbers. Actually, there's only 3 cars numbered in the 20s this time by. The 21 started in 20th. That's Mike Bowman. Started 20th, is already up to 9th. Derek Turner in the 23 has been charging to the front as well. As we, got a little up into the 113, managed to hold it together. Tons of action going on right now. The 52 was in the middle of a 3 wide and they were bumping and banging. But now we've got almost 4 wide coming off the turns. Caution is out. Looked like the 44 got together and the 22 is collected and spinning down the front straightaway. That is Chris Standridge. He was charging to the front. Let's see if we can get a better look at that one. Looks like the 44 was just in the wrong place. The 32 caught him, then Chris got caught up in it as well. He managed to save it for a moment, that then drove up onto the fence and yeet. We'll have several cars on pit road now, but they will not get tires. They will not get fuel. They will just get some repairs. Actually, they might actually top up on fuel the way this is going. They may not have taken enough fuel for the race. They are running a fixed setup, so if one of them runs out, they're probably all going to run out, except for those who have been on pit road. And it looks like at this point, we have, as we get the 1 to green, the 40 of Derek Nearhood is taking the lead on that last run. Looks like we've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, about 8 cars on pit road so far tonight. It looks like Tom Land is out of the race. And the 40 gets a good jump on the restart. He is running that low line. Heard some of the guys talking about that low line seems to be the fastest until it slicks in. But Todd Schott did not get the memo about the fast low line because he is taking off on the outside. He's got a big run. Already checked out to over half a second lead. We are back under caution as the 40 looks like the 18 and I believe that is the 4, the black and pink one. They got together a little bit in 3 and 4, and then again going into turn 1 and ended up in the wall. 18 ended up in the wall. 4 looked like he drove away. And it does look like some of these guys will be stretching their fuel to the limit. They put enough fuel in for 40 laps and probably a few cautions, but I don't know that they got enough for tonight. The 426, that is Todd Schott, Derek Nearhood, Patrick Colucci still back there in 3rd, Michael Whiting up to 4th, Christopher Standridge is in 5th, started 14th, but Douglas Norton started 18th up to 6th, and Derek Turner in the 23, he started 12th up to 7th. Dwayne Kenner, Greg Bruzao, he started in 17th. He's up to 9th, 1 lap to green. And in 10th place, we've got Wayne Bridges. The Chiefs moved up from 13th. But at this point, it is anybody's race. The way they're sliding and beating and banging, there is no telling. They do have unlimited fast repairs tonight, so hopefully we won't need all of them, but we will see what happens. The 426 takes the green flag. They are off. The 40 gets a decent run to the outside, and the 32 there on the inside. Oh, the 426 drifts up. Easy there, Todd. Derek Nearhood holds on to it. Gets a little bit loose going through 3 and 4. The 44, there is Michael Whiting in the 44. He is trying to capitalize. Caution is out. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Looks like the 52 just got a little bit loose. The 23 popped up and got turned down, and they collected a bunch of them. '52 is back underway. We've got a couple more cars that have been to pit road getting a fast repair. And Todd Schott got that outside line working, but as you can tell there, as they come through the turn, right where Todd is running is starting to get a little bit slick. And we heard in the 305 race that they managed to make that bottom line work even after the track slicked off. Most of those guys were going up high, but we had a couple of guys that managed to get down low and make it work for them. One lap to green, they'll line back up, and we'll see this battle of the Todd Schott and Derek Nearhood again. We'll probably be watching these two guys play back and forth all night. Looks like they're going to do a single file restart this time around. Got Michael Whiting in third, Chris Standridge in fourth. Patrick Colucci is currently showing in fifth. I expect to see him back up front before long. This single file restart definitely benefits these leaders. They can try and get away. And it looked like the 113, Danny Chandler back there was making a big run. As they come through, Danny Chandler was down low. And we've got one in the wall. See if he can recover. Nope, caution is out. Looks like we got a car up in the wall. Trying to get by the 44, just ran up the track, then accidentally got the right front caught, spun him out, couldn't get going in time, and we're back under yellow. Todd Schott still leading. I would imagine due to the quick nature of the caution, they will probably do another single file restart, but we'll see here in a moment. As we get the one to green, it does not look like they're lining up too wide, so yes, they are going to do a quick single file restart. And hopefully we'll get to see some green flag running with these single file restarts. I know the admins are out there telling just be caution. We're not even halfway yet, guys. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. Todd's shot takes him down. The 40's already looking low, but back there is at 113. That is Danny Chandler, who said he was going to struggle and be in the bottom 3 for the night, but he is charging forward after halfway through the race. He started in 15th. He's already up to 6th, and he's moving forward quickly. And caution is out. We did make it to halfway, though. Got a little bit of a glitch on this one, but it looks like the 23 struggled, got up into the wall, and managed to collect another car. Looks like there might have been some connection difficulty there. And Todd Schott is still leading the 40 around, but the 113 has moved up into 6th, and Chris Standridge, he's in the 22 car. He is up to 4th after starting 14th. Let's see, who's the biggest mover so far? I do believe that is going to be the 4 car of Jamie Calkins. Started in 19th, is up to 7, has picked up 12 spots, and he was involved in an earlier caution that set him back. Right behind him is the 21, Mike Bowman, started in 20th, is all the way up to 8th as we reach the halfway point. So we've got quite a few guys that are moving forward from the back. And now we're about halfway. We've had a lot of extra caution laps. The track slicked off quite a bit more as we get to 1 to green. So some of these drivers that have been moving forward will start slipping back. We saw the 44 struggle in the 305s when the track started slicking off after charging forward. We'll see if he does better in the 358s. We'll see some guys charge forward and some fall back. Looks like the 22 of Chris Standridge is already going into turn 1, making a move up for 3rd. The 44 running that high line. 22, Chris Standridge is down low. Caution is out. We'll see where it scored him. Is Chris in 3rd? Nope. Chris will be scored in 4th. And it looks like 21 of Mike Bowman came out of the turn a little too loose, tried to catch it, got into the wall. Looks like he collected the 18 car. And Mike Bowman is now on pit road. He'll get one of his fast repairs and get back out. But he will have to work his way back to the front. 19 laps to go. They did manage to get a couple laps in there, so we'll see if they still do a single file restart or not. Hey, Dakota. Welcome everybody who hasn't been here before. Just make sure to check us out on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. We'll have all the Monday night dirt races for Outcast Dirt League, and we have their SR8 series, the SR8s on Oval on Wednesday nights. Plus a lot more that we will be doing here, so you can see some great racing right here and some great streams during the day. And a single file restart. The 426 makes a huge jump. The 22 is already looking for that next position. The 44 there on the outside is not giving up yet, and it looks like they are closing in on the 40. The man on the move right now is at 113, Danny Chandler. He said between the races he did not expect to be up here, and here he is. So apparently he's quite a bit better at these cars than he thought. And there is the 4 car of Jamie Calkins. Started in 19th. He's all the way up to 8th. He is running that low line to see if he can make something work. We've got a wreck on the back stretch. Caution is out. Looked like it was a wreck with the leaders. Oh, looks like the 113 just got into the side of the 22 and got him turned around. Nobody else involved. He'll get back out. That is Chris Standard, so we know he is fast in these dirt cars. And he did say this car feels most like his real race cars, or his real dirt cars that he has a lot of experience in. So I'm guessing they're going to go with a single file restart yet again. Try and get some more green flag laps in. But this can happen when you're driving these high-powered cars on a tiny half-mile track with 24-degree banking, especially as it starts to slick off. Heard some of these guys say they really like these cars when the track gets tacky, and some that like it when it slicks off, and some that like it at the fresh zero-usage track. So we might, as the track slicks off, if we get some green flag laps in, we'll see some of these guys charge forward and some of them start sliding backwards. We'll figure out who is who with 15 laps to go. The front 4 or 5 look like they are staying single file. And the 113 there, oh, he's a little bit sideways, but he is working his way forward, and there is a 14. Stephen Lindau, we haven't talked about him much tonight, but here he is. He started in 10th, has worked his way up to 5th, and now 4th. Caution is out. Will Stephen hold on? The 113 was right there. Looks like the 23 and the 18 going through the corner. The 18 just had a run, managed to get a little loose, caught up the 18 and the 44, spun back there and brought out the caution. I will say one thing for these guys that I've talked with Chris, who owns the league, quite a bit, and one of the things they pride themselves in is they do have disputes, they do have problems, but they try to give everybody 24 hours to calm down before they address anything and give everybody a chance to sleep on it. And 90% of the time that works really well. These guys get along great. They are a blast to race with. I had quite a few races with them. And they are just tons of fun to race with, and great bunch of guys. They all get along great. They leave the disputes on the track, and they are a great bunch of friends too. And Outcast has 13, 14 different series under their 2 or 3 leagues, so great bunch of guys that have a lot of racing together. Green flag is in the air. Todd's shot takes him down into turn 1. As you can see, that track is really starting to slick off on the entry of the corners. So we will see how these guys handle it. Looks like Todd is getting quite a run, already half a second after 1 green flag lap. The 40 just is struggling to keep up. There's the 74 of Ryan Nesbitt right behind him. He is in third, started in fifth, and right behind them, that is the 113, Danny Chandler. The 14 of Stephen Lindau right behind him in fifth. And look who is charging forward again. That's the number 4. That is Jamie Calkins. And oh, we've got a caution, or we've got a wreck at the front. Caution is out. See if we can find where this thing started. There is Ryan Nesbitt in the red and white car. Just got a little too deep into the corner. Collected the 14. And down low they were trying to avoid and collected a couple more. Looks like the 22, Chris Standridge, the 44 of Michael Whiting. Both got collected in that. And looks like we've got about 11 laps to go once they go green again. 1 lap to green. Todd Schott is still at the front. Derek Nearhood in second. Ryan Nesbitt is currently scored in third. We'll see if he gets back off of pit road, though. Danny Chandler's back there in fourth. Stephen Lindau is in fifth. Got quite a few new names up there after that accident at the front of the pack. And of course, lurking back there is the 4 of Jamie Calkins, the 12 of Greg Brazow, and the 52 of Doug Norton. Green flag is in the air. We'll see if Derek can keep up with Todd Schott this time by. And there is that 113 lurking, but there comes the 39. That is James Johnson. Track slicked off, and here he comes. He is running that bottom line and making it work. He's making the pass for, looks like he was scored in third last time. The 113 is trying to hold his position. Looks like the momentum on the high side is working for now, but that 39 car down low. While all this is happening back here, Todd Schott has opened up a 1 second lead with 8 laps to go. And these 3 guys are battling it out. Todd Schott continues. He's almost got a 1.5 lead. And there is the 4 car of Jamie Calkins, started 19th all the way up into 5th, trying to close up on these guys. 6 laps to go. Got some beating and banging back there behind him. There's the 52, the 22, oh, and the 32. They were really close. 52 kind of loses it, gets a little loose coming off the turn. Manages to hold it. Track stays green. And Todd Schott, 4 laps to go, is running away with it. Almost a 2 second lead at this point. The 40 is starting to pull away in second place. James Johnson still in third. The 113 of Danny Chandler, caution is out. And it looks like Danny might have had some difficulties. We mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. You just get to pushing too hard and end up in that outside wall coming off the turn, and that's exactly what happened to the 113. It looks like he got hit by Chris Standridge. and he is back on pit road. And you know that 426, Todd Schott did not want to see this. That was the absolute last thing he wanted. He had a 2-second lead over the field with just a couple of laps to go. 3 laps to go. They do have 3 green-white checkers if they need them. Pace car is in. Will Todd Schott be able to hold him off again with 3 to go? Drops down into turn 1. The 40 is right there, not letting him get away this time. And that 4 car is charging forward again. Looks like Todd Schott has run away with it again. That 4 car is still moving up though. He is currently up in 4th place. But the 32 manages to make a move underneath. 2 laps to go. Todd Schott has checked out once again at 0.7 of a second lead. This is a battle for about 3rd through 6th. And on the last lap, it is Todd Schott that is going to win. Who's going to come home in 2nd place? It's going to be the 40 of Derek Nearhood. But it is Todd Schott that brings home the win in the 358 big blocks for the Outcast Dirt League tonight. And as we saw in the 305s, I'd imagine he's going to get a little bit of help celebrating here. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to come out and help celebrate. Oh, here we go. There's Chris. He got the party started. And we'll see just oh, the 113 went for it and missed. Oh, but we had one that did not. They're going to make sure to help him celebrate right. And that is the final yeet. He got shot off into another dimension right there. And I do believe we've been joined by Derek Nearhood. Derek, you with me?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. So if that thing had stayed green, would you have had anything for Todd?
Oh, man, I don't know. At the end there when the track got slick, he really took off. We both were running the same line up top there, and it just seemed like it was working really good for him. But I think if it would have stayed green, I maybe could have hung with him a little bit better and gave him a little bit of a run. But by the time we got some green flag laps, it was slick.
That it definitely got slick. The extra pace laps definitely did not help tonight.
No, definitely not. It was a good race. Other than that, just a lot of cautions. And we got a lot of new guys. We're all pretty new with these cars. They just came out, so everybody's trying to figure it out, I guess.
And that is true. And you guys, I know in talking to Chris and racing with you guys on some fun races and other stuff, you guys are a great group that work together a lot to help make everybody better. So great job for even all these new guys tonight.
Yeah. I mean, this is an awesome group to run with. And, we have a lot of new guys and we have a lot of experienced guys. But we try to always have fun and make this a fun hobby for everybody, not something where you're, everybody's a friend in that league. It seems like it's almost become like family, a lot of them that have been around. So it's cool to have a fun place just to go race.
I can't agree with you more, man. That was a great race tonight. Congratulations. At least you got a lot of good points for the season.
Yeah, thank you. That was a lot of fun.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting and all that.
My pleasure. All right, that was Derek Nearhood looking to see if Todd Schott will be able to join us or not. While we wait, I will see if I can pull in Chris Standridge real quick. Hey, Chris, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Chris, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. That was a bit of a rough one, but you guys managed to pull off and do some great racing tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad it was some good racing there. We don't usually have. Oh, who am I kidding? We have a lot of yellows in these things.
Well, these cars, like Derek had said, these cars are brand new. Everybody's still learning them, but you guys have a great group that work together really well. So
Yeah, temper stayed in check. I was impressed. I mean, you could feel a couple people getting frustrated, understandably so, but I think just about everybody who, whether it was on accident or whatnot, got taken out, just took it in stride, got back out there and tried again. So we had some fun.
well, that was awesome. I am sure Todd might have gotten frustrated with that last caution, considering he had checked out to about a 2-second lead. But overall, it was a great night between the 305s and these cars. That was some great racing tonight.
Yeah, I felt bad. I had just gotten on everybody about giving everybody some space, back off just a little bit, and then the very next lap, I got right into Derek there and spun him right out.
And I have to applaud you on your method of celebration. Both on
I
these.
forgot I hadn't told you. Yeah, it's our celebration. We just go take each other out. It kind of gets rid of a lot of the frustrations, I think.
It probably does, and it definitely makes for some entertaining TV. I got to tell you, especially when we got to see. I don't remember who hit Todd last, but he got yeeted into another dimension.
I don't remember how we started it. I think it was just Derek and Tom Land and I. It was like after every race, we would just start running into each other, and then like one of us won, so we just made it a tradition of, hey, let's just take each other out.
Well, that was awesome. That was a great race tonight. Both races. Great job, guys.
Hey, thanks for broadcasting us. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure, as always. All right. Well,
Hopefully you caught Chris trying to take me out there.
If I didn't, I'll go back in the replay and make a clip of it for you.
Usually he takes me out, so you know.
Oh, so it was a revenge thing. I see.
Oh yeah, definitely had to have been revenge. There was a little bit of payback there, I think.
Well, you guys did
if you hadn't gotten your spot back, I'd have been feeling really guilty.
Well, that was a great race, guys. Thanks for jumping in to talk to us, and have a great night.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Doug.
Thank you, guys. All right, so that was all the guys from the Outcast Dirt League, and they just finished their 358 race. That was a great race. A little bit more cautions than they wanted, but all in all, it was a heck of a race. Want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight, chimed in the chat. Let's see. Drew Warren, thank you. Barefoot James Johnson. Okay, I will definitely remember that for the next race. I'm writing that down right now, but definitely go check out the league sponsors, MotoWear and B-Make Designs. They help put on some great racing for these guys, so definitely go take the time to check them out. And want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. And definitely go check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We're on all three. The races will be uploaded to, just the race portions will be uploaded into the YouTube later tonight or tomorrow. And y'all have a wonderful night.